Democrats in Washington are going to be wearing their Sunday best. It is a really big landmark day for them. At 9 a.m., they're going to start the home stretch final debate to pass the American Rescue Plan, the big COVID relief bill. That is the first thing the Biden administration and the Democrats in Congress put their shoulders to when they got sworn in just 2 months ago. And, time will tell how this legislation is viewed over the long haul. But just at face value, it is more wide-reaching progressive legislation than anything passed in a generation. I mean, anything passed by at least the last two Democratic presidents. I mean, legislatively, in terms of its progressive reach, in terms of its reach to make things better for people who need the most help, it is definitely on par with the Affordable Care Act, with Obamacare. But this bill, what the Senate passed this weekend, what the House will pass tomorrow, what President Biden is about to sign, will hit a wider target than the Affordable Care Act ever aimed at. I mean, as huge an accomplishment as that was to reform the absolutely baroque and broken U.S. healthcare system, to try to improve it in a fundamental way, this bill is bigger. It's aiming at more. It will strike what is hoped to be a decisive blow against the pandemic, in terms of funding a coherent, technocratically skilled national response, funding everything from testing to the vaccine rollout. We are in the midst of the largest vaccination effort in the history of this country. This is how we're going to fund it. It will cover all of that, plus basic research, plus the CDC getting its act together on data and analytics, and so much more. It will actually expand the reach of Obamacare so that for millions of Americans, this thing that's going to pass tomorrow, it's going to reduce your health insurance premiums. And actually, for the people at the lowest end of the income spectrum, people who have health insurance, thanks to the Affordable Care Act, a lot of those folks are going to see their health insurance premiums go to zero because of this bill passing tomorrow. This bill radically increases access to health insurance in this country, particularly for the people who can least afford it. It's expected to cut child poverty in half in this country through direct aid to families and through big sustained tax credits for families with kids. It's expected to add 7 million jobs to the economy. It's going to direct $130 billion to U.S. schools. I mean, just take that piece of it, even if that's all this bill was doing, especially after what schools have been through this past year. Just that school funding alone, that $130 billion for schools alone, would have Democrats putting on their best twin sets and shining up their shoes tonight in anticipation of what they're going to pass tomorrow. Just the school funding alone is a really big deal. For everybody who's been waiting on the direct stimulus payment that's going to come as part of this bill, apparently if the House passes it tomorrow and there isn't a delay in getting it over to the White House for the president's signature, those direct $1,400 payments may start going out next week. People who have direct deposit set up will see the money arrive first directly in their bank accounts. People who are getting a check instead of direct deposit will get it soon thereafter. The White House today explained that President Biden is not planning on putting his name anywhere on the check when those checks go out. And that, probably shouldn't be a surprise. It's not his style, really. It's obviously sort of a petty move for a president to do something like that. But honestly, as I get older, as I live through more and more years of Republican governance, I'm getting more and more petty all the time about stuff like this. Only because Republican presidents put their name on everything. Democratic presidents are the ones who are all modest, right? I mean, if I was a Democratic president, I would put my name on that check with like a big hologram on it too. So it like glowed when you open the envelope. I'd make it like one of those greeting cards that plays a song when you pull it out of the envelope, and it would sing my name. Bling at you, it would sing at you. I would do anything. I would put sequins on the thing. It would be all about remembering, which party made this happen and which party all voted against it. But like I said, as I develop an increasingly severe case of the OLD, I'm getting cattier and pettier with each passing day. And Biden is not doing that. It's why somebody like him is president and nobody asks my advice on these things. Get petty for once. It's okay. This is a big effing deal, as someone once said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to at home.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.